Now let's take a live look over downtown Portland from our City Liquidators camera. Night one of the music festival Project Pabst wrapping up tonight. This is the festival's second year since its return from a 7-year hiatus. Massive crowds are expected to return to the waterfront tomorrow. It is yet another event bringing hope for the revitalization efforts for the city center. Tonight, opinions about downtown Portland continue to change. Many telling Katu they feel safe, but the work is far from over. Katu's Victor Park joins us live in downtown Portland. And Victor, this is the kind of foot traffic and the foot traffic kind of bringing events that organizers want to see.
Hey, good evening there, Barry. And that's right. You might as well consider the crowds that we saw in downtown today as dollar signs for organizers, city leaders, and of course, business owners. Those crowds attending the second year of the Project Pabst Music Festival after its return last year following a decade-long hiatus.
It's nice to see people coming back.
Downtown Portland's foot traffic is taking yet another step in the right direction.
I think it's really on the rebound now.
It sure seems like it, especially with people flocking the city center on cars, bikes, and scooters, like Southeast Portland resident Samantha Kraiger.
There's just a bunch of bands I love from childhood and early adult years.
It is all for the lights and sounds at the Project Pabst Music Festival. With big names like Iggy and Death Cab for Cutie taking center stage.
It's really not as bad as everyone thinks it is.
It is a stark contrast to less than 5 years ago when COVID left streets and sidewalks empty. Protests, riots, homelessness all took over, some of which became a familiar sight for Zachary James.
I worked downtown all of last year, and it got a little bit of rough at first, but I think it's really coming back, especially this year.
Especially with a series of festivals bringing a different kind of crowd, helping downtown rebound. Travel Portland has a simple message.
If they haven't seen Portland in a long time, the city's safe, the city's clean, it feels good.
And with the sale and future plans for Big Pink, will all this be enough to lure more businesses back? Well, time can only tell.
I'm excited that people are finally coming back down here and they're trying harder to make it a better place to be and to hang out.
Yeah, and you can expect more crowds next month when another music festival happens at Pioneer Square. But in the meantime, if there is any sign that investors are eyeing downtown, it could be a permit filed for a new food cart pod right next to the World Trade Center, a couple of blocks from where we are at. We're live here in downtown Portland. I'm Victor Park, K2 News.
All right, Victor, good information. Thank you. And not only will this weekend's Project Pabst Festival feature some big names in music, it's also going to be featuring some bands from right here in Portland. One of those local bands is an indie rock group called Dust Bunny. 2 years ago, singer and guitarist Chloe Flores and 4 friends formed the group. It's grunge meets shoegaze in Dust Bunny's first album called Machinery. The band currently has another album in the works. The target release date for that, sometime before the end of this year.
We've released a couple singles. One is called Jane is Sideways and the other one is Sheltering. Those are 2 singles from the new album that we've already released, and we'll be playing those, but we'll be playing some unheard stuff too.
Dust Bunny takes the Unicorn stage at Project Pabst tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon. The Exploding Hearts and Nasal Rod are 2 other local bands performing at the festival this weekend. Speaking of which, our own photographer, Tristan Forch, got shots of today's performers at Project Pabst. Look at some fantastic photos here. Portland-born bands, including Nasal Rod and the Exploding Hearts, both taking the waterfront stage today, along with Gustav, Fiddler, and others, ahead of headliners Devo and Iggy Pop. At the top of the ticket for tomorrow are Japanese Breakfast and Death Cab for Cutie. Today, they even had a crowd surfing pickle. You had to see it to believe it. The shows start at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on the waterfront between the Morrison and Hawthorne bridges. And you can check out a full gallery of photos from day one of Project Pabst right now on K2.com.
Yeah, some of it you really don't want to see, but that's okay. It's Portland. No, I heard it was canceled a couple years ago, and so I was kind of surprised. I thought it'd be a couple hundred people. This has got to be in the thousands now.
That Lyft driver caught right in the middle of one of the city's quirkiest events. The World Naked Bike Ride is back after taking a year off. The event is part protest, part celebration. It's meant to call attention to oil dependency and cyclist vulnerability in traffic, while also promoting body positivity and inclusivity.
I think it's a great message. It's very humanistic to come out here and support human-powered vehicles and try to decrease our carbon footprint out here. I think that's great. Yeah.
And what are you most excited for?
Just the ride, just for the fun of it.
A second offshoot ride called the World Naked Bike Ride Portland is set for August 9th under a full moon. Other local happenings today, local organizations came together to raise money to help get people into housing. Portland-based nonprofit Taking Ownership PDX collabed with Portland Housing Solidarity Project to raise money for housing justice for people in the BIPOC community. Taking Ownership repairs and renovates Black-owned homes, helps with seniors and people in low-income households. Today's fundraising event featured live performances from local musicians. We spoke to Randall Wyatt on the importance of the organizations.
Historically, there's been exclusionary practices that have prevented certain populations from access to purchasing homes or repairing their homes or keeping them and maintaining their homes. So it's really important to have equitable, culturally specific organizations to kind of help level the playing field and, just bring resources to the communities that have once been excluded from certain resources.
And Wyatt started Taking Ownership PDX in response to the resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement in 2020.